Phoenix's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Phoenix's turn to pick.
Enchantress.
Fnatic's turn to pick. Phoenix's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining.
A world devourer.
Phoenix's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Phoenix's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Fnatic's turn to pick. Phoenix's turn to pick.
Vengeful spirit.
Fnatic's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Oracle.
Phoenix's turn to pick.
Juggernaut.
Fnatic's turn to ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Phoenix's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Fnatic's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Beastmaster.
Phoenix's turn to pick.
The Oracle before the Beastmaster because they didn't want to pick Beastmaster. I mean, then again, Phoenix already had 2 supports, so I don't know. They just like Oracle, whereas Phoenix don't really. I've never seen them play Oracle. Maybe a long time ago when Oracle was fairly new. So this last pick, it's going to be a 4F hero. I mean, Darkseer still left, which is one of their go-to heroes. But then again, you don't really have the like the combo into Astral. I mean, Sanity's Eclipse might be okay, but you want some AOE stun to go along with it if possible, which they don't have so far.
Choice this one now, because you don't want someone who's overly passive in lane. You do want someone who can utilize the Enchantress if she comes into that lane with a creep from the off lane camp. Be able to play aggressively into this. It's basically a solo Oracle support. Doom can sit in the jungle and maybe move around these lanes a little bit, but he's not going to be actively harassing and zoning in lane. And it's going to be the Earth Spirit as the final pick. So is that a 4F Enchantress then?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ashamed. I kind of like just decided that Enchantress was a support.
So did I.
Yeah, but how can I forget? 4F plays on Enchantress, and he enjoys this kind of hero. He said to me this when we were in the same team. He said, we were having some troubles, like back when we were trying to figure out how to play Dota, and we weren't like exactly at our full potential. He came up to me and he was like, I think my strongest my strongest asset in Dota is making people want to leave the game. Like, he's really good at harassing people, and just when he's stronger, he likes to let people know that he's strong and he can do it. He can do stuff just because he can. And Enchantress, I think, is like one of the perfect heroes for that.
Wants to make people leave the game. I mean, honestly, that's what I aspire to when I play with my 3K MMR friends. I'm like, right, I'm just gonna make this idiot leave. I'm gonna make him rage quit. That's all I look forward to. People flame me for picking OD and stuff, and I'm just like, no, I'm picking OD because I've had a rough day. I want to win games. I've just lost 100 MMR. I just want to play an unranked game, and I want to make someone rage quit right now. There's some kind of entertainment in that. Sunstrike gonna scout out a little bit here as the board gives a bit of vision over to Fnatic, but MVP up against Fnatic here in a best of 5. Net on the Spectre, already wailing into 4F a little bit there. Enchantress yet to skill anything up, but DJ gets a good observer ward up on the high ground watching 4F. getting that Doom and 343 on his pretty famous Oracle by this point. He's had some
30
spectacular
seconds to
performances
battle.
recently, and forever. You don't want to be walking any further northeast. Over on the Invoker, mid one, we'll be playing that one up, and Kyo's OD will be the opponent he faces. Boo will be sitting around mid lane a little bit as well, though, so Earth Spirit trying to roll in onto that mid Invoker, while Fabian MP, Venge and Jugger down the bottom lane. They have to really be very, very wary of what Ohio brings to the table with his Beastmaster. I've already got a couple of boards though, and that's a decent chunk of experience going the way for MVP, as well as double bounty rune start for them.
Yeah, I think Fnatic were way too late on deciding which rune they wanted. You have to, like, if you're stationed around the mid tier 1 tower, you have to leave before minus 15 seconds, or else you just don't get there in time. And looks like MVP's strong level 1 fight potential really paying off, double runes.
So Forever up here doesn't have any regen outside of a Fairy Fire. He's gone for lots of stats. What's the reason behind this? Gonna rely on rights to heal him up?
Yeah, I mean, this is similar to what Universe played when Enchantress wasn't a people, when they saw an offlane Enchantress, like, whoa, what's this? What's the meaning of this? And I think he went for a lot of stats, and that's kind of what Forev is doing. He went 6 all stats, which means he should be able to tank a good amount of burst damage. Not that this lane has some, but DJ gonna RS Forev at level 1. I think
This is so annoying. That is the worst thing possible. Like, Forev has 20 experience because DJ took the big centaur, and then he stuck around for the experience of the little one. Forev has to move himself back into the jungle. Not only is he not harassing out the Oracle, but he's lost out on a lot of experience and a decent amount of time. But Enchantress always going to be able to sit back in the jungle, farm through his nice little camps. Get Forev some experience, while Doombringer, you know, you've got the Centaur Stomp. Having a setup here on this OD is not going to be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, interesting that Kyo just now got the what do you call it, Arcane Orb at level 3. So he spent most of his mana though, so he can't even trade with the Arcane Orb. I think mid one is pretty happy with the way this lane is panning out.
Kyo just throwing the Asper down trying to get his last hits in. Couple of denies.
Ooh.
Place down, but it's bot rune spot where Ohio gets himself an invis rune, loses another boar. Debbie and Dubu, they've been clearing up these little summons from the Beastmaster pretty nicely, but Ohio with Iron Talon, he's got to start to consider going back into that jungle, or at least farming and stacking this camp up, because he's not even scraped level 2 yet.
Yeah, but he wants some easy levels, I think, even if they're all gonna get denied. MP is obviously very aware that Ohio might be leeching EXP here, so he's gonna try to deny all the creeps. But yep, I think Ohio agrees with you and says, like, you know what, the jungle's probably more efficient at this rate.
You want that level 3 on Beastmaster for the stronger balls, get the double ones out. Let's take a look at mid lane. The Satyr from the Enchantress has been thrown to mid to try and zone out this Invoker and do a good amount of damage. Has left Spectre alone up on top lane though, while Forever is farming through the jungle. He's hit his level 3. At what point does the Enchantress go back up the top lane to try and apply any pressure?
Well, the thing is, I think he needs like really good creeps, and
Dire's bottom tower is under
what do you call it? Ideally, he wants to go with 2 creeps when he has 2 creeps, because like you go with 1 creep and Doom might just eat that creep, and I mean, him jungling right now is pretty good EXP. There's like, even if he goes back to the lane, there's no guarantee he's going to be able to pressure the Spectre. You have to, the first step is to zone out any supports protecting the Spectre. Then you can harass the Spectre. But with the Doom here, with the Devour, like DJ right now has, I think he's being mindful that the Enchantress might come back to the lane. So he's holding onto the Devour. He's not being greedy. So if Forev does come back, he can, if it was a Hellbear, he'll just eat the Hellbear. Yep. But Yeah, they push in the lane, but yeah, 4 is really happy about that. I think this is really good for Enchantress.
QO is actually in a bit of trouble over the side, but as he invaded in mid one to roll in with a kick as well. Mid one dropping very low with the stun from the Vengeance Spirit. They clear up the Invoker. He's hasted up. He's running himself away. He barely gets out himself through with the Sun. Look at the QO. Their fairy flag keeps alive for the ball. What? QO Astrals through the final right click, and DJ will try and get the kill with a Forge Spirit. Mid one gets it. Oh my god, that was so close on both sides. Looking for Dubu now with another Scatter Blast.
Oh
Fairy
my
flag
God.
keeps him alive as well. This Earth Spirit, one more swipe is all DJ needs, and Dubu will roll himself back up onto the high ground. Oh, pain! I need to change my pants after that exchange.
That was so clutch from both sides. Oh, he enchanted a level 6 stat here, but 343 was able to kill it right away. Easy XP.
Dear lord. EJ,
Oh.
now he's in trouble. I think that this will be the death of the Doom. With the stick charges, Duo will burn through his life points. At least get something out of this.
Oh, over our top? 4 might be. Yeah, 343 is dead.
Punished. So punished. It looks like the way that went down, Net and 343 went on the aggressive onto Forever. Then he just healed up through the Purifying Flames. Now he's got his treads. Oh man, this is where Forever starts to bully the hell out of Net.
Yeah, this is pretty scary because when you have a Doom.
It's late. Oh, mid one's gone. But Kiro, he's dived in behind this tier 1 tower. TP from the Oracle. 1 Purifying Flames is all he needs, and the vision's there from the Hawk. So 343 will clear that one up and maybe be able to look for Febby. A little bit far away, and 343, even with the Fortune's End, that range, he needs that Purifying Flames, and he's not going to get it.
Over at top though, look at Net now. Oh my god.
What happened? We had 4 minutes where nothing occurred, and then all of a sudden, in a span of a minute and a half, there's 6 deaths.
I mean, the mid is kind of usual for MVP. They really like pushing Q into a really good start with these rotations. They didn't get the first blood, but those 2 kills on the Doom and the Invoker turned out to even the first blood out. And uncharacteristic of DJ to die twice, or rather once. He almost died second time, right? And
Yeah.
we mentioned when the Enchantress, like, when is he gonna go back to the Spectre lane? And I suppose this is one way to do it. You just farm the jungle. Since you're getting solo EXP in the jungle, you're gonna hit level 6 faster than the Spectre. And when she comes, okay, Spectre gets free farm for 4 minutes, but who cares? Like, this Enchantress is chucking impetuses at the Spectre, and no one can do anything about it. 343.
343's been found, and that should be a really simple kill. Forever already up to level 7, nearly level 8. Have a stun here to stop DJ from TPing out, so great decision for him. Retreat out of that one. This is so annoying for Net, because the first 4 minutes, Net was perfectly free farming away, you know? It was so calm and smooth. Then it all kicks off while MP at bottom lane is leapfrogging over the Spectre, and he's getting himself a massive amount of farm down here, untouched by the Beastmaster almost.
Yeah, the Spectre is gonna have some problems because when you compare the Spectre to a Juggernaut, Spectre doesn't want to go to other lanes. He wants to stay in the safe lanes. By far it should be the safest lane for him, but like he can't push Invoker out of mid. He goes bottom, then he has to lane against the Juggernaut. Like once the safe lane is compromised for Spectre, what options does he really have? Like the jungle is out of the question. Like Fnatic have to find a way to stabilize this Enchantress, just doing whatever the hell he wants in this lane.
MP with a great little kill down the bottom lane. He wrapped in behind the trees, killed off a boar, forced Ohio to run himself out, and that Omni Slash. So simple for him, but it was great maneuvering and posturing there from MP to actually set up that kill for himself. While the rest of Fnatic ambling around trying to look for an opening here. So, Forever, what's he been up to? What's he got? Red drums, Juggernaut with the drums as well. I mean, Forever is a pretty standard build so far. We've seen some people go phase boots, but that's usually when you get a good dominating lane start with the Enchantress. You just keep bullying out the supports with your attack damage. Dubu's Earth Spirit, level 4.5, 9 minutes in. He does need to try and boost himself up to that level 6 point. But they've kept mid one down for a decent amount of time here in the laning stage. With Kuro just forcing out those Forge Spirits. Astral into roll. I don't know if they're considering this. Duba doesn't want to go, maybe a little bit too far back and with no creep wave there. Earth Spirit thinks twice about it and doesn't go rolling on in.
Dire's bottom
Yeah, I
tower
think
has
Fnatic
fallen.
right now, they really need to get the level 6s on the Doom and the Oracle. And not to mention the Beastmaster too. Holy crap, like the Enchantress is level 8 and Beastmaster is level 5. This is the difference of the safe lane versus off lane dynamics between the two teams. And they need to get these heroes online. Or else MVPs, they're gonna hit their timing as usual, and you know what happens when MVP are off to a good start with these kind of heroes.
Radiant's bottom tower is
The
under
Invoker,
attack.
as always, with a 4 laning stage, heads back into the jungle to farm with the Forge Spirits. That coming out. A bracer for the Doom, nothing spectacular. Still need that like 5 gold or so for Invoker's Midas to be built up. And you just look across the map and where Fnatic is sitting. Net is in the trees hiding because he's super paranoid about MVP ganking him. 2 heroes over in the jungle, 3, 4 heroes in the jungle as the rest of the band.
Oh, mid, they're smoked.
Join, you're right. DJ target that they kind of want to jump onto, but Dubu, his time waiting, moment to strike. I don't know if they want to try an Astral first with Duo to begin things here. They're looking for. Fnatic are wise to this, and they're standing up on the high ground. 3-4-3. They'll spot them out. The kick across will catch the Oracle, and MP jumps in, but he's brought up with the Sunstrike there. And the Spectral Horn. They've got the damage up and kill him up. But now the rest of MVP, they're going to try and do the damage back onto DJ, but the Doom onto QO. They've right-clicked him down. They're finishing him off. And Net comes through with the kills. Febby will die, and 4ev is left to his own devices to try and do as much as he can back to the Beastmaster, but he has nothing left to give. With no heal and no real escape mechanism, Dubu will roll and TP out. Fnatic don't have anything to stop 4ev from sprunking along and prancing away. But MVP, 3 heroes down as they just roll on up into the high ground expecting to wipe Fnatic.
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. They were waiting so patiently for the Doom to make a misstep, but those like few seconds that they were there made it so that who knows, if they had gone straight to where they went, where the fight happened, then they might have been on the high ground before stuff started happening. But oh, mid one.
Good, quick fingers. Stuff into the Ghost Walk. He'll slowly wander himself away. He's got his double Forge Spirits, a nice little value point in Wex as well.
Dire's middle tower is
Where
under
Invoker,
attack.
with that Midas, like, this is a big thing, right? That one fight gives Invoker Midas, it puts Oracle near Arcane Boots, it puts Beastmaster closer to Vlad.
Dire's
Doom
middle
now
tower is under
has a little bit of
attack.
money to spend out. And I think the Spectre is probably the bigger one there. From having Phase Boots,
Radiant's
Quelling
bottom
Blade,
tower
to now
is under
having
attack.
Burn and getting closer and closer to the drums. Nice boost for the Spectre just to get herself up and running.
Yeah, it was definitely a really good turn of events for Fnatic, but it's too early to say they still stabilized the game, because it was really good that they killed the Juggernaut before the Omni Slash, but they might not be so lucky the next time, so they have to. I think it's not the right play to actively look for plays right now for Fnatic. They can dodge MVP and maybe get a pickoff or two with the Beastmaster Roar into Sunstrikes, because the Spectre is not quite strong enough to fight into MVP. They're gonna have some major problems killing an MP who's ready. He's gonna be more respectful about the Roar, and he's gonna use Blade Fury, even though like the Sunstrike and axes from Beastmaster ignore Blade Fury. Yeah, Spectre Haunt too, just for the scouting, it seems. Not sure if that was worth it, because they should have a pretty good idea, like the way MVP plays, that they're probably in the dire jungle.
They were attempting the Roshan, and I think they wanted to make damn sure that they weren't smoked up heading towards that Rosh pit. Fnatic, they're still grouping up around this and want to try and get back in there. They don't have the Vlads completed, but they've got a few little auras out. Frost armor, of course, from that Doom, Forge Spirit. They're not bringing them in to try and fight Roshan. They're going to send them up and scout out MVP. The Hawk gives them vision. Radiant Sentry Wards. See that, Obs? Fnatic have to bail out of the pit, and they will. Up onto the high ground, get themselves into a good position. Strategically place themselves up on top of these ramps so they can see down on their opponents. But look at that, the old switcheroo, MVP. They're like, okay, you've backed out of the Rosh pit. I'll walk myself in there and try and take it myself.
Yeah, that now Fnatic are in quite a awkward position because they don't have the haunt, but it looks like
Run in, MP again doomed and roared, but there's the Astral down. That means you're not doing a hell of a lot. Mid one is starting to give this damage out. There's the false promise. The Sanity Clip comes through, but QO, he just needs to right-click people, keep the damage flowing. As CJ's dropping low, but so is QO. Ohio up with the high ground, but the instant damage will clear him up. But the rest of Fnatic, they're going to get completely wiped here. 4M, there's another hero to kill. Stun, swap, kill. No!
oh,
Baby! Not like
Dire's
this.
middle tower
He
has
swaps
fallen.
back Dubu instead of the Doom. They sound similar at the beginning, but man oh man, that was close to a full team wipe there.
yeah, I think that was an expected result. You don't have the haunt, and I was already saying that Fnatic in a straight up fight, they probably don't want to fight into MVP's lineup. Especially because the Doom is like he can doom someone, but you have the healing ward to counteract that early level Doom. I don't know. I think Fnatic had to just make a quick decision. If MVP were gonna get the Roche, just deal with the fact that you lost Roche. You made a bad call. You wasted Haunt, and then you probably shouldn't have gone for the Roche anyway. I mean, they were doing it so slow, and MVP they could have gotten the tier 2, but look at the tier 2 at top right now. They were almost getting it, and then they decided, we can come back for this later.
Well, those clear up MP. QO very nearly gets in there with the Astral save, but he put himself into the line of danger. Has to send himself to another dimension and Forever. They're here to try and do damage back onto him, but QO's already dead. Maybe Earth Spirit with a nice little Rover's ulti there, down onto 4. And the rest of MVP coming through, but False Promise not going to save DJ as that damage output should pop him most certainly. And 343 will lose his life as well on the back end, so Forever's beyond godlike, 10-0-0, no assists, full on kill mode. Still got the OD and the Juggernaut though, which Fnatic are going to be reasonably happy with.
Yeah, that was a good. It started off as a good pickoff for Fnatic, but I think this is just summarizes the state of the game there, and they have no way to deal with Enchantress right now. Enchantress might be the biggest threat to Fnatic right now because they have a lot of heroes that need to auto attack to do damage, like everyone except Oracle basically. But with this amount of items on the Enchantress, she's gonna get the Aghanims, and later on when she gets like the Moon Shard, this hero is ridiculous. I think some people still aren't used to how ridiculous Enchantress becomes, but there have been several games in competitive where she goes beyond godlike, right? She gets like a Moon Shard, and later on, if she needed, she gets an MKB or some other ridiculous item that was...
Oh, hello there, 343. Oh, goodbye, 343. All it takes is a couple of spears from 4 of the Enchantress, and that poor little Oracle. I mean, what is it? Is he like 850 HP, 900 HP, something like that on a level 8 Oracle? He does not have the leeway to be walking outside of his base right now.
Yeah, at this point, what's Fnatic's plan to get this Spectre farm? She doesn't even have... okay, let's say she doesn't have to go Radiance. Obviously, this game might be like way too one-sided to go Radiance. She's gonna have a hard time getting even on Yasha, and at bottom, Ohio looks like he got picked off. Yeah, they can't afford these kind of losses. I mean, this Enchantress is pressuring their tier 3 by herself right now.
I'm just looking at mid and seeing this bloody Forever Enchantress. I mean, he's got Aegis for another 2 minutes. The rest of his team is nowhere to be seen, though. Just the fact that he can, hypothetically 1v3 these guys. Scary prospects, especially with his double lives. Now, Battle Fury is nearly done for MP, sitting about 700 gold away from that one. But a fully completed Aghanims is here for Forever's Enchantress. That's insane. Like, I saw the point booster, I was like, yeah, it'll be here for like 20 minutes or something like that. But no, 18 minutes. Ag, Dragonlance, Drums, Treads, 11-0-0 Enchantress. Forever, you absolute monster. Oh, now with the Arcane Rune, 36 mana per input to shot as well. That's actually pretty sick.
It's a rare sight where Kyo, he lets his teammates take the rune.
Well, it's not just that, he hands his bottle to Forever. It's like, here, sir, please, take the bottle, take the rune, anything, just win us this game. Oh, man. Oh, Forever. Got plenty of items. Hero though, 3, 5, and 5, sitting on 1800 gold, doesn't have a lot to his name. There's a dancing little Bambi. We'll skip past the Sunstrike there. Still got like a minute on the Aegis, right? Yeah, it's about 50 seconds or so from this. MVP pushing up onto the high ground into this tier 3.
Oh god, mid one.
Hellfire, look at that. Down to a fifth of his health just from a couple of shots of Forever. Now he's going to look for Ohio. 2 shots, half HP, a third. Oh, blur. This is insane. DJ's going to run forward with the Doom down onto Forever. The Horn out. They're going to try and chase these MVP pesky heroes out of the base. But Forever stands his ground. He's still got the Age of the Immortal. And Kiwo, he's being burnt out, but he asks himself up to try and save himself. Forever's going to lose his first life with MP. He's in the spin. The Sunstrike Meteor. The swap back from Bebby keeps him out of danger. Bebby's down, dropping low, but he's going to be healed up. Not enough through the Purifying Flames, but Earth Spirit is gone. A Spectre finally takes him out. Forever and Kiwo though on the retreat. This wasn't the best from MVP, but Ice Wall, I mean, it's going to hold Forever in place a little bit, but he turns and battles with him and shots out. He's healing up, and now with the Eclipse and the Omni Slash, MP as well as Kiwo, they're looking for Net now, and Forever forces them back 1-5-1. Still beyond godlike. Net's going to be another kill for the Enchantress until MP steals it away from him. Forever's even stealing boars away from Fnatic. 3 heroes on the sidelines here for the Malaysians. And this tier 3 tower down the bottom lane. And it's not long for this world.
Honestly, that was a pretty good hold, if you can call it that, for Fnatic, given just how massively ahead MVP were. But still, at the end of the day, they're gonna have to. Okay, MVP, they don't have to be desperate right here. They're so far ahead. Why not just play it safe and come back? Oh man.
Forev, he's hungry. He's hungry. He wants the range tracks. Needs a couple more hits. Not gonna punch it. There you go. 1, 3. Trying to deny. Forge Spirit nearly, but not quite. Raw back now. Sunstrike and the meatball. Forev is dropping low, and it looks like he will die. Lose his streak unless Bevy saves him. He's still actually healing up. The Purifying Flames finally clears him up, and the lose Bevy as well on the back end. There's this 5-man squad of Fnatic. They get a big godlike streak there. 1,000 gold taken away. Wait, what the hell? The Oracle?
I think he was damaged before the false, like during the false promise.
True.
Yeah, he took too much damage.
Oh, that's a 2,500 net worth swing there for Fnatic. Still gives Blink Dagger over to the Doom. Oh, what's going on down here? Net! He's been caught. The Astral into Earthspring combination. The Spectre's dead for 50 seconds.
Yeah, all things considered, this was pretty damn good for Fnatic. I thought when MVP were making the first attempt, it might be game here. Oh, Ohio, this is not the time to die. Ice Spectre hard.
Back, Juggernaut. He's spinning through, but MP, look at that Desolate damage cleared up, and Dubu rolls back and TPs to safety. It wasn't Ohio dying, it was MP.
I mean, this is only the first game, but I think these two teams are getting a bit anxious. Like, that was a really odd mistake from Net, because they should know. These two teams know each other so well. This team, MVP, when they're this far ahead, they're not gonna just back down. There's no reason they're gonna wait for the Enchantress to, you know, make the next move. If they see an opening, they're gonna just keep at it. And then after they got the pick off on Spectre, they had this like feel-good moment where they thought, okay, with Spectre down, we can maybe force a buyback or even possibly threaten high ground, which was a bit optimistic because Enchantress has to make a really long run from her base to the bottom tower, bottom racks, I mean. So I think Fnatic are they're feeling pretty good about the last 5 minutes of this game. They only lost the range racks, and they are getting some farm, surprisingly.
Oh, Net. Oh, he's been scouted. Level 2 swap is here. Bebby just needs the vision. He's got Dubu here to give him the initiation, and they don't even need to swap him back. The two supports team have just killed off your one-roll carry, and Net not having buyback might seal the end of the bottom lane of racks, as that melee one is naked and exposed. It's actually the pings towards mid. I think MVP are considering shoving 2 lanes at once.
Yeah, this uphill Tinker Ward on the cliff to the right This ward was definitely paying off, and this isn't the first time that MVP have gotten an important kill. Like in the Dota Pit finals against EG, they had a similar situation. But hold on to that thought, as Fnatic they're gonna make a loop around.
Oh god, no! That's so disgusting! So disgusting, you're right, but it's actually 3v3 that's the one that's caught, and Dubu sees the rapid coming, and maybe he's the raw target until the Apple from Euro will save him. And Ohio, dear lord, Zoro's damage output
Radiant's
cannot
top
handle
tower
this at all.
And Forev has an ultimate orb. I wonder what Hex?
Yeah.
Lincoln's?
Um,
Oh no.
Yeah, I think Hex is Hex is a really good item, if not only for mana regen on Enchantress, just to keep the impetus going out. But yeah, now you mention it, the Lincolns would be pretty sick actually for Doom and Raw. But then you consider Purifying Flames, Oracle, such a low cooldown, pop it every time. Forever does get zoomed in with a horse forward, net. Looking for a target. It's going to be Dubu for now. The Earth Spirit does get burnt out, and a well-timed Sunstrike, but in even better time, Bebby swap back. Forever still not going to last through this, even with the healing ward down. MP has to do his best to clear up as many as he can, but he's slowed down by the boars. It looks like he'll be giving up his life as well, unless this spin TP is successful and can completely get himself back to Fountain. In fact, while Febby is chased out by Net, but he's being healed up by what? 4 Purifying Flame stacks. There's 2 on him right now, but he's had a couple thrown down with the Sunstrike forward. Febby, he's looking for 3-4-3. He turns to fight, but a Fate Phoenix bumps him from right, clicking through onto the Oracle. Sentry's drop down as well, and Net and mid will take him out. Attic, they hold. Not very well. Roshan is alive, but they hold.
Yeah, Fnatic are doing such a great job of. They lost the 2 Raxes, but I think most teams in this position wouldn't have been able to, make this game somewhat contestable right now. Fnatic still have a shot at winning, which is really surprising. But had they not made that mistake at the first Roche, I wonder how this game would have unfolded, because Enchantress would have been a monster regardless, because she just jungled for the first 4 minutes and then went top and wrecked face. Mid one? Yeah, I should be fine.
Some Ghost Walk. Get yourself the hell away from there. So, with the way things are going, Aegis on the Spectre. Roshan finally goes away Fnatic. Net with 3,200 gold, looks like he is saving up for that Radiance.
Yeah, he has to go big right now. Yeah, with 2 Raxes down, you have to go for the items that are going to be the most impactful. He has to actually carry the game, because Invoker, he's done a good job. He's 6'2", he has all the essential items at this minute mark, but there's just so much stuff that he has to deal with. Like the Enchantress is gonna constantly chuck spears at him, and then you have to doom the Enchantress right now. Like, it's kind of odd, and when you look at these heroes, you'd expect to doom the OD and Juggernaut, but Enchantress is one of the primary doom targets, which means then you have to deal with the Juggernaut, who's free to do whatever, and OD.
Oh, Attic, I've gone on the run forwards, having a bit of a walkabout outside of their own base, smoked up for 15 seconds or so, but MVP, very good positioning over to the northwest side of the map. All these angles open, they have vision down every single avenue of entrance here for Fnatic to possibly jump onto them. For 3 DJ Ohio, DQO here, and they want to try.
Oh, they're going in.
Catch him, but it's actually Forever that gets doomed.
Enchantress doom.
There's the horn coming through. QO can have to try and astral himself, or one of his teammates soon. The smoke is popped here to try and retreat, but Forever's just not losing any HP. Oh man, the Omni strikes back with the Yule Scepter target now. The Invoker's up in the air, but the Force throws on the DJ. The Sunstrike. QO swap back, but still dies and drops. Febby is on the run away, but Net, he is running rampant through these heroes until Morev makes a stand, holds his ground, and throws out impetus shot after impetus. But it's still MP and MVP who are losing heroes drastically. Mid one. Oh, he's got a tornado. Iceball is already used, but he's still got a couple of spells to throw out here. And DJ hard to stop. He's trying to time it with the tornado, but he's not going to get him for him. Now trapped in the Fortune's End. Fnatic, they've got this in their hands at this point. The team fight's definitely going their way. But MVP fully wiped. 25-25. 28 minutes into this game. They're a lane and a half of racks down. But MVP They can't continue going this way.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, definitely. MVP are still in the lead, I would say, but that last fight was kind of weird because at first I thought they read the movement from Fnatic because Spectre was farming up way out far, like where the tier 1 mid is. And that usually means they're up to something, like the Spectre, they're sitting behind the Spectre with the smoke, baiting, or, you know, they're gonna find you with 4 people and Spectre's gonna haunt in. So I thought they were ready for it. And, you know, initially when Doom jumped the Enchantress, they did a pretty good job of zoning out. And then I think it was really unfortunate that the OD died without being able to use anything. No Sanity's Eclipse. Had the swap in a bit earlier, I think the fight could have turned out really differently because OD we haven't really talked about too much because the Enchantress is such a boss right now. Oh, Ohio.
Finally, QO, he's going to get something for his troubles. Ohio turns back with a roar, but Sunstrike was already used at mid onto MP, so they don't have it now. Go on cooldown.
Also, one thing that's really cool about dooming the Enchantress is that Enchantress can't steal the Necro books, which is really important. It's not Necro Book 3, but still.
Yeah, I mean, Forev's been stealing Forge Spirits and Necro units and boards. It's been an absolute dream for him. MP, spin, get away from that EMP. Fnatic, faster on the sidelines for 20 seconds. Then focus.
Here they go.
Numerous ways to control them up until Febby stuns and Yulstep is there, the kick will miss, but they've got the Doom onto Forev again. Now QO, he's up on the high ground, but look at his HP, he's just dying! He cannot stand up against this, but a good almost like back with 3-4-3, the crits and hits come through from MP. And Fnatic lose their Oracle, but with a Deafening Blast Meteor missing out onto the Juggernaut, mid one, he's got limited mana left, just enough for a Ghost Walk to get himself back away from this. But MVP have got to be on the run once more. Even with that Glimmer Cape through, with a stomp on 2, Forever and MP both stunned up, but it's Bebby dying on the back end of the fight as the Vengeful Spirit will lose her life now. The rest of MVP, what are you up to? There's a Roar available, there's an Ice Wall down, and Forever, this Ohio Beastmaster's looking for a target to try and give a net. The Spectre, he's dropped. They get him with the impetus damage, and MP, he cannot turn and fight this one. With a Cold Snap through, the Observer Ward down, and a nuke damage from 3-4-3. Dubo's TP out. Gonna get cancelled out by the Yule Scepter, and Fnatic gets Waheen. They wipe MVP again.
Wow. If Fnatic win this game, it's going to be such a major hit to MVP's confidence because this game was so one-sided for them. Just you rewind 15 minutes ago. And these fights, they're fighting really well on Fnatic, and it's not like they have buybacks on everyone. Like the Spectre had to sell his urn to get the Radiance, so it was a do-or-die moment for them, and you know they played good Dota and mid one going for a sneaky. Yeah, gold is much needed right now because the mid and bottom, they want every bit of global gold they can get.
So, the way this is going, I haven't really opened up the graphs too often. I think I did it 10 minutes ago or something, thinking that, you know, MVP, this game looks relatively in the bag, but that 8,000 net worth lead that MVP managed to get themselves, it's no longer existent. It dropped down to 0 a while back, and it's the previous fight we just saw. Fnatic get themselves a decent job. Dear me. Dear me. He even BKB'd for that.
Yeah, it was a late BKB, but Invoker does so much right-click damage that it didn't really matter. Yeah, I mean MVP, it was their game to lose, but definitely they're gonna feel a bit uneasy about, you know, they're gonna be talking about, you know, what's going wrong in these team fights. What are Fnatic getting that we don't? And I think part of it is that they're still thinking they're way too ahead, that they can just take fights, take all the spells, and I think one of the ways they can win these fights is to bait out like those dooms and haunts, and then somehow find a way to back. Like you put the healing ward down, everyone heals as they're backing, and like Earth Spirit, he uses the Boulder Smash to separate the Fnatic's like chase from themselves, and then after Haunt and Doom, or like either one are used, they can go back in because Doom on anyone is being such a big factor right now. DJ's only been dooming for it, but still, look at him. He had an ultimate orb so long ago and still hasn't been able to finish it. finish whatever he's choosing to go for. I can never read for his items. He sometimes goes really odd items.
Also, when he saves up gold, you never know. Like, he's got 2,500, and you kind of think, yeah, it's probably Hex, but it still could be that Lincoln Sphere if he really wants to go that route.
But Scotty.
Or Scotty, yeah. I mean, it's an option. It's an option.
Scotty works well at Doom, so if he's gonna get doomed all game, then he might be okay. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Radiant's top tower
See what?
is under attack.
See what option he goes for. Now DJ's Doom actually with a finished Shivers Guard, 3-4-3, lens and a gem. Fnatic, for the first time in a long while,
Yeah.
they've actually pushed across the river and they're pressuring high ground here.
Look at how the game has changed. MVP are actively dodging Fnatic right now. They're going to a lane where they're already pushing the racks. It shows the mental state they're in. They're not feeling anywhere near as confident, but they're starting to think, oh, we might actually lose this game, and they are losing.
Linked for the Astral there. No follow through, but the Necro 3s have been thrown out here by Ohio. Fnatic, they say bye-bye MVP, we don't want to get involved in this fight just yet. We'll reset, smoke up. Recuperate, use the battlefield. All on our own, thank you very much.
Oh, they're gonna go in.
Stop Doom from DJ, that's caught forever in the ice wall as well. Astral will try and keep him alive for now, but it's a roll back onto QO and 4F. Swap back Bebby into the mix of things, but Perp's still alive. This is the key point, and Enchantress is still up and running. But QO with the BKB, first damage output is met. Now on this side, but DJ puts in, he takes it, he tanks the damage with mid-one as well, saving the Spectre. But MP still wants to secure this kill, and he will do so. But it's a buyback from Enchantress now, running forward, looking for anything they can get, but the Beastmaster just TPs himself away. Fnatic, it's their turn to be a little overzealous with their aggression. But man, oh man, did they try.
Yeah, I think it wasn't too bad for Fnatic. They got to buy back on Enchantress, so we were just talking about the Ultimate Orb not really being finished into anything, and this is gonna further prolong the whatever item he chooses to go. And Spectre is sort of like not a carry right now. The problem is she is farming the mid and bottom with like the creeps give only, I don't know the exact percentage, but anyway it's not really good farm, and she's relying on Invoker to do a lot of the damage because mid one is having a fantastic game, 11-2, almost an Ocuring core. This Roche though, I'm not sure if Fnatic can stop this because Spectre is still 13 seconds away and Haunt is still more than 30 seconds, so if MVP, yeah, if they wrote down the time on Spectre Haunt, they could confidently go into this.
But that's exactly what they are doing. Reading this up for the Invoker though, or kill off the Hawk, there's no vision in your... never mind, there's another Hawk coming in. DJ, give us guard, links in.
Oh my god.
Not very low,
That's
but the Doom, he's trapped in there with a tornado EMP and Ice Wall down onto 2 or 3. DJ still coming on, QO's falls to BKB. He throws the stand at Siglet, helping us to do a damn thing. Network's getting here, trying to do it out, and Sun's down. Forrest's gonna close that one out, but it's actually gonna be Juggernaut who picks up the edge of them all. QO stands his ground. Net Spectre dropping low, but an Omni slash back out from the Juggernaut will try and clear up mid one, but they tank it through. 3 or 4 heroes here from Fnatic dealing with this damage output, and now Enchantress dead. OD gone. MP blinks away,
out.
but it's mid one who is even quicker. Up onto the high ground, into the ramp. Net turned around on by MP. You want to try and fight through this one with the healing ward up onto the little ramp there. He still gets dropped. MVP, they wanted that Roshan Aegis to really consolidate and, well, basically just end this game. Fnatic, they make sure that Aegis goes to waste. And at this point, Heen, do you think this is actually now Fnatic's game to lose?
I think so. I think Fnatic are... If I had to load into this game, I might prefer to play on Fnatic's side, even though like it's 2 Rex down, but who cares? Like, it's all about the buybacks, and this OD is having such a big problem. The 38 minutes in these items, he hasn't really progressed in terms of getting those hexes or moon shards, something to make yourself late game ready. Meanwhile, in like this, the Invoker is a monster right now, and Spectre is... I don't blame Net individually for his slow farm. because you just have to deal with such early double racks being taken. But he's gonna get a Manta, and I suspect the next item, possibly a Diffusal. It might be a Heart.
Anything he wants at this point is tank up as much as you can. Fnatic, good one's Invoker, 11, 2, and 23. He's got 2 item slots remaining. You know, Yule Scepter and Midas are both kind of expendable items that you sell off and get yourself a Refresher Orb. What's another item that you'd look for here? A Hex wouldn't be too out of the question either for this one.
Definitely Hexa could be okay. I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think he wants a buyback though, because he hasn't died in a while. But still, the buyback, because they're in a position where it's their turn to lose the game. It's like their game to lose now. I think the 2,000 gold or whatever he needs for buyback is more important than whatever half an item he can get.
Speaking of buybacks, MP has just bought himself a Basher, and he doesn't have buyback anymore. He's actually bought out. So over on the Radiant, we've got one hero, and that's the Outworld Devourer that does have a buyback. While you look at Invoker, Spectre, Beastmaster, Oracle, all have theirs available. Tier 2s are still standing, 40 minutes in. Fnatic, they're going to try and gain themselves a nice little bit of gold again. I think MVP are considering another smoke forward, but it's just going to be the jump with the Tornado now going back onto 3 though. Icefall is down, and mid-one trapped it off their retreat. Raw nicely down onto QO, the spot back from Peppy, but the MP burst through them. DJ again with a 2-man stop forward, but QO has to alpha himself through the damage output of mid-one. Oh man, look at Fnatic drop through the Omni Slash and everything. Juggernaut MP tries to clear them through with a Basher damage. He's done a damn good job, but still, Fnatic, they are the ones on the front foot. Net is back into the battle with a buyback and a hold forward. Net is looking for a kill at the Foreb. The damn Enchantress is finally going to die. No buyback here from Foreb. And QO, Fate Edict means he cannot click, he cannot destroy, he cannot damage Fnatic. Invoker buyback to try and end this game with Dubo and MP. Now QO all up into the high ground. MVP, it's time to defend your base. But this could come back to bite Fnatic in the ass. They just expended a bunch of buybacks from their big heroes.
Under attack.
Yeah. Overall, it was a pretty good hold by MVP. They didn't have anyone die back, I believe. Yeah. Q almost, I thought he might die because he's so weak right now. But they forced Spectre and Invoker to buy back, which is really big.
Well, OQO got BKB, but this dieback, it's gonna be incredibly painful.
Oh,
He's swapping back in the little KP. He does a strike! QO! Mid-one finds the sneaky little kill, chips him away in the fountain, and a roll back into MP. Now they want to kill more. Full stab, no, kicks away. It's the Dubu Earth Spirit trying to keep him alive, but the gem is dropped. And now Fnatic running rampant through and marauding MVP in their own base. And with this mid lane of Rags dropping, 60 seconds without your Outworld, 75 without your Earth Spirit. Juggernaut, Enchantress, and Venge. It's all down to you, my friends. Meatball, Deafening Blast is up into that big AoE splash as well. The Bevy gonna came through, so stun from mid-one. And Invoker, he's got the Yule Scepter up, he can flick himself away from this one. But against DJ, 2-man stun, it's freaking Doom. Godlike performance from DJ, turns it back around, and Foreb is gone. This looks like it's all over. As MVP buy back the Juggernaut to try and run himself in, but he's got Omni Slash. Really all he does have. Looks in to bait out a couple of spells and spins himself back, but tier 4's dead. Rax looks like it's going to get destroyed. MP, Foreb, this is your last stand, but with a Doom onto the Enchantress, Omni Slash is going down to mid-one. There's the Invoker dead for 110 seconds. The throne is dying. Forge Spirit and Nectarines clear it up, and the game goes to Fnatic in his best of 5. Will look like a sure win for MVP. Goes the way of the Malaysians.
Holy crap. That was so impressive by Fnatic. The first few attempts at high ground, where they still lost the racks, but they managed to team wipe MVP, I was still skeptical. I was like, okay,